Okay, so just kind of going over the Tuff wheels here. So one of these is an original, and one of these is the aftermarket Grant that they say is like the Tuff wheel. And at first glance, you know, it's pretty close, but let's compare. So this one here is an original. It's actually kind of a spongy foam. This one's obviously very used, but it's still in good condition for, you know, a driver. You can also see the shape here, how it actually comes to a bend when you're looking at it. And the thickness, you can see the thickness right there and how the holes are. Now we're gonna go over to the Grant one. There's no curvature right here. There's multiple holes because obviously they want to be able to make it work on anything to get the Grant adapter kit. It's thinner. This so-called foam pad that they talk about when you're buying it feels like hard plastic. It's not beveled in here like the original. The steering wheel is actually higher up. Like it looks like this is actually welded to the bottom of the ring before they coat it. Or this one, they actually go right into the ring. Also, you see how far down this goes versus how this one originally did. Honestly, the original wheel is by far superior if you can find a good one, but finding a really nice one is going to cost you anywhere from $100 to $600 for a steering wheel. These Grant ones, I bought the whole Grant kit with the horn button for $139, which now that I'm seeing it, I kind of think I overpaid a little bit. So the horn button on the Grant, this is correct for most models. It looks fairly accurate. This is an original one. So this is a padded one that was used, I believe, in 70 and 71, and then again on the more luxury cars in the late 70s. They're kind of hard to find. It had kind of a chrome ring around it. Again, mine's not in great condition. It's just a driver quality. Now, the Grant steering wheels, if you bought that with the kit to put it on, it's just going to be a stupid little thing that you mount on there. You're going to use these 3 bolts and you're going to put it on. Well, it's going to kind of look funny to any of the purists or the people that know, because it sits clear back on the steering column. The original cars and trucks that used the Tuff wheel, they used this, what they call the Tuff wheel cup or can. And as you can see, it's like 3.5, 4 inches. Has 3 studs here, and then the horn, everything. And then you would have this piece on the steering wheel. This wire that's obviously broke on this would come through and clip on right here. And then your horn would work. So one thing to make note of on these Tuff wheel cups is there are 2 different spline patterns. There's the cars and 2-wheel drive trucks, and then the 4-wheel drive trucks. The spline pattern is a little bit different and it won't work on others. Also, they never use them factory on tilt steering, so you won't be able to find any that will work on a tilt column. But overall, the Tuff wheel is an awesome steering wheel, and it looks great on any 1970 and up Mopar. 69 and back did not use the Tuff wheel. They'll work, but to the purist, again, they look kind of goofy because they just weren't part of the 69. You could find these a lot on like 340A bodies or some of the B bodies. A lot of the Roadrunners and Chargers and everything after 70 had them. F bodies, and you can find them in Warlocks, Little Red Express trucks, Machos, all sorts of different pickups. But overall, awesome upgrade. Even if you just are doing it on a driver, like a daily driver, you don't need a perfect steering wheel, anything. They're just so much nicer. They're a little bit smaller than the original ones. That's another thing on this. The Grant one is probably about 1 inch larger diameter than the original OEM one. You can tell the original OEM ones obviously because they have the part number and the Chrysler Pentastar, or if you know what you're looking at, you know what you're looking at. Anyways, this one has been the one that's been going in my truck. Gramps is the daily driver, but the foam's starting to get a little bit loose, as they typically do. And since red isn't going to get driven a lot, it's just more for fun. It's for this channel. We're going to do a lot of build stuff. I'm going to go ahead and use this steering wheel in red and put the Grant steering wheel over in Gramps. And I'll see how I like it. If I don't like it, then I'll probably pull it out and find an original one that's not in perfect condition and just put it in. Anyway, I hope that was some information that helped people with the Tuff wheels and the identification and the differences. They are such a cool wheel. I know I've said that like 4 times in this video already, but really, best steering wheel ever. I promise. If you don't have one in your Mopar, get one and put it in your Mopar, because they are so cool. I mean, look at that. It's just awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching and enjoy.